Alright. I'm here. Not doing a face cam today. I just had some messed up news and I don't feel like showing my face at the moment. But I'm just looking at some stuff right now. Okay. Continuing on with Elise's side. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Elise? What? Twiddle our thumbs. Well, you work yourself to death. Surely there's something we can do. Help you with. Me. I could do it. I could do with a hand. It's true, thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder. Alize. While we do that, you could tend to a few patients, perhaps. There are 3 in particular I meant to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing their skin isn't caked in sand. Wow. Their names are Pawnil, Todden, and Harlick. Halric. You know, I will eventually say these names right. It just won't be today. You know. But I promise still be pleased to meet someone new. Okay, let's go. Let's go meet some people then. Oh, there he is. There's one. Are you dying, dude? Wow, yeah, that's one way of interacting. Thank you. Woo! Glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. You son of a bitch. You're a small one. Uh-oh. It's always the last one. Hey, Scummertuff. Remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. Texture of his skin hardened into some keen plaster. Oh, this kid's gonna turn. He's gonna become a sin eater. He's gonna kill everybody. Or something like that. You've seen the patients. How were they? Well, one guy's fine, the other dude's losing it, and the last kid's dead. Good, that's good. I'm concerned about Harlech, though I'll have to speak with the other carriers, but I think his time may be near. Dude, I was fine up until I got a phone call from my dad, and he told me my younger brother tested positive for COVID. Said he was like been ill for a couple of days, so he did a home test and it came back positive. He's 38, but he's also handicapped. He got hit by a car when he was 5. He was in a coma for like a year and a half. His left side doesn't work real well. So, yeah. How you doing? Should leave you to the discussion. Then I was going to take Metal to Mordsock. If you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Okay, what? Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Because Sarge's caravan just passed through, so Ron should have some fresh fruit. Yeah. I think I think my parents and him are vaccinated. I mean, I'm not. But I think they are. But that doesn't guarantee everything. So I want you to see right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. God, what's she gonna show me? Oh, I can ride my bike. Yep. The thing was, my older brother and I, we were planning to get together with the family on my parents' place on Friday. Well, that's not happening now. So looks like we're all staying home for at least the day before Christmas and Christmas. Now the day after, we're supposed to go to my mother-in-law's. So as far as I know, she's fine. Ron. Whose house? Ron's house. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste? No. Buy nectarine. Yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how rich you cracked your curling purses, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one free of charge. I've never seen a moored merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honey worms as well. Not for me. It's an offering of sorts. The worms, if you please. Only the best regulars for you. Come again, my friends. Yeah, I said I was going to have my face cam up, or at least have the green screen and all that, but it's covered as such. Medium symptoms, but I'm healthy and I had worth symptoms. Yeah, I mean, I had it a couple months ago. I was bedridden, laid on a freaking futon. And the worst part of it was the 4 days of a fever. I can't say my wife nagging at me to sit up every now and then was bad. She was just trying to make sure I didn't catch pneumonia. And I only threw up once. It was after I drank a Gatorade that morning. It was the only time I threw up. Thank God, I hate that feeling. I haven't thrown up in years. At least not since my wife and I have been together. So Sharp and George taking care of us. It'll pass the 8th right to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Why do I keep walking? Just this once. Oh, why are we not allowed up? It wasn't that bad. I just felt like crap.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond? That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness.
Damn.
Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit. Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light.
Probably gonna end up fighting him in a freaking dungeon.
The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals. I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Yeah, jerk.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
I'm sure he will
But
be.
even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield. So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Camp? I'm glad I was able to show you that when it comes to understanding a catastrophe which befell the first. One glimpse of the empty wasteland beyond the wall is worth more than an hour of Orange's lecturing. And I need you to know beyond a doubt that Tesleen has no other choice. Nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. Carriers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them the suffering. It is their way of fighting back against a fate worse than death. You know, this freaking timing of the way I've been playing when I played this game. A lot of the stuff that's going on in it is also almost reflective of what's going on right now. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? Wait, hold on a second. There he is. This guy gave me an ability to possibly fly. Yeah, he quest sync. Oh. Yeah. So when pressing under rest, he should be near the red serum. Relics. Orders him to stop. Alright, so where is he? Oh, he's all the way up there. No, we can wait on that. God damn. Some of these other quests, I probably should just give up. What the fuck is that thing? Level 80, run away. I'm strong, but not that strong. Well, at least you can deep dive in the story and forget it. Yeah. Oh. The moment I saw like the character Halric, I'm looking at him. It's like, oh damn it, this dude's gonna change. Then there was the cutscene, which all but confirms it. He's probably gonna be a boss in a dungeon. That's usually how these things work out in all kinds of games. It's like, hey, meet this one character. Hey, you look neat. You're kind of cool. Oh, God, I'm going to fight you, aren't I? We're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? This is supposed to be my compass. I don't have it anymore. It says it's in collections. I don't even know where that is. Guys, explain why I wanted this, has she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we've decided to keep an eye on Halric for now. Thanks to you, though, if his time does come suddenly, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Great! And nothing is going to happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want any gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew. Okay. Touch it. Yeah.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Yeah, I'll take another bowl.
That's what I like to hear. Give me a moment to warm up the pot.
You mean the pot that's over the fire?
In a place like this, you learn to take the moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrand could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Oh, he was.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
Why are they looking up?
They're coming.
Uh-oh.
Tesleen!
Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Yep. They say we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but if he's wandering out there alone, we'll assign search areas split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before, but it can't be a coincidence and that the other patients are suddenly agitated. They can sense something. Yeah, there's a big one coming. In any case, let's keep the search close to end. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Oh, yeah, dude, they all got all kinds of interesting eyes. Please, Halric, please be alright. No, he's screwed. We'll cover the northwest, and then you take from here to the south. Nah, it's that's the way they're born. That's how her people is. There's one area in Doma from Stormblood, which majority of the people look like this. So I'm supposed to go south. I just want to launch off of there and fly down. Whoop! Almost too far. Alright, who's fighting me? Maybe we went further west. You mean past all these guys? Oh, I remember you dudes. Sorry, that's from 11. Those things were assholes. Under attack. Whoa. That's a bigger one. Forgiven Folly. Okay. Well, that didn't go well. Must be this way. Oh, piss off.
Any sign of him? No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will. Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going,
yeah.
It can only mean trouble. After it!
Right. Nod. Nod, nod. I shall headbang all my answers.
There it is!
Is that... Oh no!
Halric! We have to run!
Oh, shit.
Tesling! No!
This kid doesn't care.
We all deserve happiness, wherever we can find it. The time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
Oh, she's gonna get it bad. Whoa. That was pretty gruesome, actually. Oh, she became one of them too, one of the stronger ones. Maybe. Still hold that over the face.
No.
Dude, if there's one thing the Japanese can definitely do is creepy. Damn. Well, that's not what I was expecting. Sorry, I tried to tell the cars what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on, not like this. Oh, of course, yeah, okay. I'll tell everybody that the leader of this place just pretty much turned into a giant sin eater creature. It's just so unfair. Tesleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. Yep, that's the way it goes. Way too much. I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me, I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. About giving people a chance to say their goodbyes. Yeah, that fucking sucks. Oh, man. Dude. Alec is unresponsive battery. Stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. Well, why don't we go in that direction? What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me, sorry to interrupt. We realize we haven't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? That wasn't even a fight. It was too late, too slow. And I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done anything anymore. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you will forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course. Just give him what time you can. Huh? What? Oh, shit. Really? We always do. Of course. She would have done the same. Probably killed you all, but, you know, that's just it. Farewell, Halric. Keep Teslene's words close to your heart. This kid's gone. Wait, you're leaving this very moment. I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light building without cease is the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance, even if it were only a little by little? Even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now, hold on there. Everyone knows there's too much light. How could you even hope to get rid of it? You'd have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to Carstorium. I may not be able to repeal the Eaters on my own, but I can use the skills I've gained to hunt them. Hurt them. One shaking their head, the other one's like, what the fuck? Oh, I thought I was gonna have a meanwhile. Alright, where am I going? All the way up there? Damn, no shortcut. Alright. Oh, man. Damn, I did. That was a hell of a freaking change, dude. I mean, holy shit. Creepy eyes. Almost like face melting action. Snitch. That's a nice name for a place. Welcome to the Snitch. Pretty big. There's a lot of area you can't go to. Oh, let me see if I can. Am I stuck in this expansion or? I mean, you can see how big this area is. There's still a lot all over here I haven't even touched yet. And this is just one portion. Damn, it won't let me go to the other one. Oh, here it is, Eorzea. There we go. Okay. Here's some of the starting areas here. I mean, if you look at this, and this is just an overview. You click on each spot, and you get a little bit more detailed. But once you get enough of these aetheryte places down, you can click on them to get as close as you can with I mean, it costs gil, obviously. Look, this one's like 485 from where I am. And the further away you are, the more expensive it becomes. I can't jump that. I would say they're probably, between the two, they're probably pretty big. And this one's a little more open, obviously. Yeah, it's definitely big. Everything keeps getting bigger with every expansion. Oh, these little things here are called fates. It's also another way for you to get more XP. And I think like additional gil as well. While I'm here, is this the... What do I have to do here? Let's get this quest done just to get some... Because I have a feeling I'll be back here eventually. Search the nooks, search the crannies, search high, search low. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Are you lost? I'm here to collect. Father says I must rest. Oh, sorry, whoops, wrong one. That will not do. No, I will stop, but not yet. I need something to show for my efforts. All this scrambling, all this searching, and still no shinies. Shiny. You came here to tell me to stop, but if I refuse, your job will not be finished, will it? That will not do either. Wait, I have an idea. If you help me find shinies, my job will be over. Your job will be over, and I can rest. Simple, yes? No. What is he looking at? Look under the rubble and find whatever there is to be found. Maybe it will be valuable, maybe not. Either way, let us keep searching until we get at least one shiny. Fine. No shinies. One of these is probably gonna pop up a mob. Just know it. It's always the last one. A signet ring. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Even when they're called kebabs in Eorzea's part of the world. I found this ring. Oh, this looks very special. Such pretty patterns. I've never seen one like this before. I'm an expert in finding shinies, not a historian. Perhaps we should ask someone. Once we sell it, we will divide the profits between us. We worked as a team, so half for you, half for me. Fair is fair. Hey, I just wanted that. That's all I care about. Alright. So let's get back onto the story. There's old Alize. Couldn't stay there a moment longer, but I was serious about what I said. Well, the men and women at the inn battle against this blight with kindness I must find, and my only way was steel. Miss Alize, is there anything I can get you? Your swiftest Amaro. I need to return to the Crystarium immediately. As you wish. Blink of an eye later. I'm gonna wear goggles if we ever fly over Agmar. Again, I've barely gotten the sand out of my eyes. Why would you... Never mind. Did help clear my head at least. I think I'm ready to meet with the XIV. We need to talk about how we're going to wipe the Sin Eaters out, shall we? Sure, and then after this, I'll go get your brother. Where is the closest? We're done running. I didn't attune myself to this one. Son of a bitch. This is like one of the best ways to teleport to get through this whole city too. Teleportation. It's in every major city. Get out of the way. Yes. Thank you for seeking me out, Metal. It meant a lot to have you there by my side. I was tempted to set off again the moment we had decided upon a direction, but you still have to visit Alpha not having you. If I know my brother, he'll be on the cusp of discovering something vital to our success. If he hasn't already, I'm content to stay here and consider our options for time being. Oh, you... Am I back yet? There we are! Fucking internet, man. Alright. My internet being stupid. I don't have that. Oh, God damn it. My internet was being dumb. Had a hiccup. I'm actually impressed I was still connected on the game. Usually when that happens, I get disconnected from the game. I should probably do that a little more often. Actually, I've been getting a offer. Wait, is it up here or is it down here? We'll see here in a second. There's another internet company or internet service provider in my area. They've been sending out flyers for like 3 free months of internet. I might just freaking take them up on that offer. Okay, yeah, it's down there. It's not where I need it. Okay, so I gotta go downstairs. I mean, I'll still have this internet, which is Comcast, but that has Wi-Fi. The offer, as far as I know, doesn't, and I don't really need it to have Wi-Fi. So, I mean, if I can get it at their fastest speed for 3 months free, I'd take it. Where am I going? I went the wrong way. Okay. I have no idea where I'm going. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they bought, there was a group called, I think they were called Center TV was what they were called. And they were bought up by, what was it? MCTV, which was it Massillon, Cambridge? It's an Ohio Valley provider, basically. I don't know how far they extend, but you. Ouch. Damn, that sucks. So known to me what business have you in my rookery? Somebody expert, no less. Yes, I can provide you with an emerald for passage to Kalusia. I will pick you out a friendly whelp. Yeah, we'll just do this, because otherwise we're gonna... That's right, mounts like my gray friend over there are a common sight in these parts, but I gather you hail from further afield, more accustomed to chocobos, perchance. I hear there are a few places where they ride little else. Seeing as you're plenty of custom riding emerald, I think it's best I accompany you on the first flight. Dude, I looked up, like, the satellite. Man. For the amount at the time, when I was still living with my parents, because they live out in the middle of nowhere. Hold on. Anything worthy of name could have been but the experts sent you, ensuring your safety and responsibility. Gather your things, meet me at the launch one of the junior tamers. Okay, whatever. I looked up their prices and their speeds. I was like, no, you're not even freaking worth that. That is such a minuscule amount of money. I think I'm there. For such a minuscule amount of speed. And it wasn't until I basically moved in with my girlfriend that I had my computer at her place. Okay. Don't do that. It's almost like extortion.
The whistling breeze, mute. The pounding surf, frozen. Time itself takes a breath. At light's edge, all is perfectly still. The world captured in a painting, locked in a moment. Music, faint and fleeting, drifts coastward on the lifeless air. And in the distance, beyond the broken earth, a city beckons.
But yeah, it's like extortion with those satellite companies. It's ridiculous. Because they're just like, oh, you got nothing else. We are arrived at Crexshell Beach on the eastern coast of Kalusia. You should be safe here for the present. Compared to the mainland, sin eaters are far less prevalent, and the native beasts are not any more dangerous than anywhere else. It is the people you should be wary of. Rich people. Spy you, that city in the distance. That is Ilmore. The island's main settlement. It rivals the Crystarium in scale. It was once an ally in our battle against the abominations. For years, the Elmoran elite have fancied themselves as masters of what remains of our broken world. They have gone as far as to offer the leaders of other settlements their protection if we bend a knee. But to say their ideals are questionable would be putting them mildly. Crystarium is one among many who resist their heavy-handed authority, and while we are not at war, our relationship with Elmore is strained at best. It may be wise to conceal your ties with the Exarch during your stay here, especially in the vicinity of the city. Gotcha. Nod. I'm glad we understand each other. Now the Exarch has instructed me to divulge a secret that should make finding your friend a good deal easier. Listen closely. I'll forget this. Well, tell me. Oh, I gotta click on him. If you head south along the coast, you will eventually come to the fisherman's shack. A friend of the Crystarium lives there. A man goes by the name of Ivor. Bet he's got one eye. Ivor keeps an eye on everything that happens in... Sorry. And will be able to point you in the right direction. Just hand him a spring of time. That'll let him know you can be trusted. Here, this should be enough. Find your friend. I will stay here with the Admiral until you are ready to return. His name's Ivor. Has he got one eye? Yeah, but that's not the point right now. Hobgoblin. Fuck off. Oh, bugger off. Please tell me he's only got one eye. Ah, he's got two eyes. What are you after? Fish, crab? I think I've got an eel in the barrel somewhere. If you taste them. Yeah. I eventually did in the last expansion. Or in the Stormblood expansion, you get to go underwater. A little bit of time, chuck some in the pan, and it's a bloody feast full of flavor. Now, what is it I can do for you? Can't say there's been... Oh, and also, you actually gain the ability to breathe underwater from a turtle tribe. So, it's not like WoW where you only have a few seconds, or if you're a freaking druid. Can't say there's been any major upsets to report these past few weeks. I'm looking for a midget. Oh, that's what I meant to say. Another one, our young champion of the downtrodden. Elmore's richer than all of Navran put together, but it's a different story for them as live outside the city. Okay. I'm gonna spend every waking moment just trying to stay alive, which makes your friend's dedication helping others stand out all the more. I can hazard a guess as to where he is. Now I'll get a message to him, but you'll need somewhere quiet to meet with, away from prying eyes. Make for Stilltide. That's the fishing village up the path there. You're looking for a rundown excuse for a tavern the locals call the Leaky Keel. Okay. Wait there and I'll see that Alphanot joins you. Yeah. Yep. A lot of these hobgoblins around. And there's this big dude. It's a bright cliff. And a tune. Places to attune here. Is your first time in a tavern? It's customary to buy a drink if you mean to loiter. What you'll be having? Ale. Gil? Those are exotic. Where did you come by coins like that? Sorry, dear. I don't doubt that they have value, but I don't have a touchstone to test their purity, and I'm not about to go begging for one from the neighbors, so you'll just have to come with some other arrangement. Here's an idea. There's a common to the north where we grow our vegetables, but of course. Fine. I want you to squash any vermin you find and visit the caretaker and give him an earful from me for sleeping on the job. He'll be in this old silo next to the fence snoring like as not. Do that for me and you can have a laze about here as long as you like. Yeah. Always a catch. Getting tired of this thing doing that. Fuck off. Right. Oh, there's one. Blighted crop. Because you want to know the worst time to have internet issues? Is when you're trying to play frickin' Halo. God. That was happening to me last night. My guy was like skipping and jumping all over the place. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? Right in the middle of a fight. It has to be this stupid. I mean, I at least got my gold rank up to 6, so I am gonna push later tonight to get to platinum. There's no way I'm catching up to lethal. It's taking some getting used to. I mean, I still feel like I get ripped off every now and then, but what else is new, right? I've never played Halo until now. I never really got into it. But it's fun. It's different. It's fun. Wish we had a few more maps on the regular multiplayer. Instead of, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them? No, I don't think it's... I bet it's a giant mouse. That's weird. Is dude dead? Yeah. Well, then it comes the trick of getting in the same time as him. Because isn't Mazda in Australia? Back, but he's just a good character to say for himself. He wasn't there. Gone. Was left to join the rest of the hopefuls. In Gate Town, outside Elmore. You don't have a clue what I'm talking about, do you? I was thinking you were another dreamer. Well, never mind and all that. Take a seat wherever you like, dear. You're more than earned it. I'll even throw in another drink on the house. Sweet! I'm getting sloshed. What's that? Yeah, he's the same time zone as Lyndon, I think.
And how is business today, Mistress Theva?
Oh, frenetic. Look, I have a new customer.
Hey, jackass.
Tis good to see you, my friend.
Don't get all teary-eyed.
The barley seeds you wanted. They should produce a better harvest than the last.
What, just like that? Oh, well, you really are a dear. Well, I'd best be tidying up some of those empty shacks before the pests move in. Keep an eye on the place while I'm out, eh?
It seems an age since last we spoke. Not since the prisoner exchange in Doma. And Yotsu. It has been even longer for me, of course, if you count the days I've spent here.
You know,
The time has only added to the relief I feel seeing you safe and well.
dude, Australia's time zones are confusing. Considering it was like, what was it? One time I'm in a solid hour, you know, like the beginning of the hour, and I think Lethal's like 11 and a half hours ahead or something like that. It's like, how the hell do you get a half hour when usually everything's broken down by an hour?
Alize said much the same thing. I don't think I've ever had such a scolding. But I believe an exchange of news is in order. Come, tell me of your arrival and all that came before.
Well, it's not good. We're pretty fucked. That's why I should never explain things.
I see. The Exarch and Dalize told me what they knew of events, but I had stubbornly clung on to the hope that all-out war might yet be avoidable. And poor Tataru. She must be sick with worry. We must endeavor to return as soon as we may. It would be nice to bring her good tidings for a change.
Jeez.
But before we bid this world farewell, we must first ensure that it is not rejoined to the source. We must prevent the 8th Umbral calamity. Urianger's vision of the future has, I fear, every chance of coming true. By his description, the catalyst for the calamity was a formless and deadly weapon employed by the Garlean Empire. Which can only mean one thing. Black Rose. Gaius was telling you the truth. When we were on the trail of the Ascians, we saw evidence that the gas was being manufactured once more.
Right now, it's Tuesday, 1:44 p.m.
Gaius was adamant that the project had been scrapped. But so long as there are wars to be waged, there will always be those determined to win by any means. And thus simply destroying the existing stores of Black Rose would do little to alter fate's course. In that sense, our involuntary journey here to the First was something of a boon. Together with the Exarch, we've developed a theory as to how we believe the rejoining will be set in motion. I'm sure Urianger himself will cover the subject in more detail. But I can tell you the process requires that both worlds, the Source and the First, be facing an existential threat. One being Sin-Eaters, of course. They are a menace that I would dearly love to remove, and not just to avert a calamity. I may be a stranger to this world, but I will not stand idly by and let innocent people be slaughtered. That is what brought me to the gates of Yulmore. Ignoring its pretensions as a kind of capital city to what remains of the world, it is nonetheless a center of power and authority. If any solutions are to be found, I believe our search should begin there. What say you, old friend? Hungry for another adventure?
Maybe.
And so we take to the road once more.
Yeah. Jeez. Wait a second. I saw something pop up on my screen. Are idiots. Assuming you have no objections, let us make our way directly to the city outskirts. If we time our arrival just right, you may be lucky enough to see why I have yet set foot in Elmore, despite my best efforts to do so. Come from here, we must head west and then cross a small bridge. How small of a bridge are we talking about here, though, dude? Because your idea of small and my idea of small are two completely ideas of small. Considering he's a midget. He's almost like a midget. Think. Hey, look! It's a chameleon. Or an iguana. Seems faithful, does it not? Almost familiar. I had similar impression of Crystarium. Hold on a second. Even in a distant world, people are much the same. To think that whenever a calamity struck, a source of reflection such as this one, with all its culture and history, was being erased from existence. Ah, get away from me! Yeah! Quickly, someone's in trouble. Oh, shit. Trying to look at its face, it's got like a horse. She's a manic madam. There you are in my haste. I lost my bearings. But see, sure, show up after the fight. Just a few bruises from where I fell. Nothing compared to what was in store for me before this brave soul came to my rescue. I honestly thought I was done for. My feet are not as swift as these ones were. I knew there was no one left to hear me scream. Not that I'd let that stop me. I should probably leave the old house behind and queue up outside Elmore for the rest with the rest of them. I thought those fancy lords and ladies would welcome an old crone like me. Still, even a shack near the gate has to be safer than staying here. One would hope either way. I suggest you avoid wandering alone unless you make the Sin Eaters take task any easier. Thank you again. You saved my life. Now I am sure a strapping. Keep things in. There's a little bit of fear, but I won't linger long in this place. There's not to be had here but cobwebs and memories. Got any gil? Tis as the lady says, many in these parts have abandoned their homes to live in Elmore's shadow. Should the Sin Eaters descend upon this region, there are precious few with the strength to fight them off. Speaking of which, what have you been told of these monsters? Well, they're actually people, and they turn into these things. Well qualified to speak on that subject. Compared to with Amaran, Colosso is almost a haven, but as you saw, we cannot let our guard down. Had you arrived a few minutes later, Sin Eaters would have claimed their another victim. Still, we have won a small victory this time at least. Now, shall we press on? We need to return where the road forks and follow the path that leads west. You sure you're gonna get your bearings and you're not just gonna go in the wrong direction again? I'm heading southwest, dude. What's going on with this? When I get into a city or near a spot here, I need to take a break for just a couple minutes. My wife asked me to boil some eggs. So I'm going to stop here. I'll be right back. Just give me about 5 minutes. Alright, I'm back. I'm not burning down the kitchen. Sheesh. Alright. Turn my sound on for... Dang it, that's not gonna work either.
That gate up ahead is known as the Open Arms, and Yulmore itself lies beyond. This, meanwhile, is the aptly named Gate Town. The dwelling place of the many desperate souls who hope to be chosen to live in the city proper.
I thought I recognised you. Brought a new friend, eh? I'll bet you got a trick or two up your sleeve. Maybe even 3. Care to show me?
He's not here to compete. Leave him be.
What? I was only making conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please! Greetings to our hopeful petitioners, one and all. Yulmore extends its warmest regards. Let it be known that a lady of distinction wishes to dine on fish divine. We seek a master culinarian who can guarantee seafood perfection. Dazzle the matron with your delicious dishes, and life in the city will be yours to enjoy, even on days when fish is not on the menu. Who among you will answer the call? Name yourself or another. We may not at all.
Was there anyone?
What about that girl?
Do you recall how I said Yulmore was a center of power and authority? Well, that is not the only reason for its fame. It is also known as the City of Final Pleasures. The noble and the wealthy who survived the flood gathered here to live out the rest of their days in decadent abandon. A poor man could sooner pass through the Iron Needle than Yulmore's gates. The only way the common folk can enter this perverted paradise is if they fulfill the whim of one of the privileged. And so they are picked over like market produce.
Doesn't take long to set up boiling water or boiled eggs.
What a catch! We'll not be throwing this one back. Having seen your all too obvious charms, we welcome you with open arms. Come, join us in the city of splendor and live out your life in an ecstasy of endeavor. Oh, just look at those expectant faces. What could you possibly be waiting for? Well, what have we here? An extra
Yeah.
share of meal to celebrate our newest resident. For you. Enjoy.
Thank goodness.
Over here.
Meal is a foodstuff which Yulmore routinely doles out to the people of Gatetown, and apparently a staple for its citizens as well. Many here rely on it to survive in these times of scarcity. Yet the whole arrangement just seems,
Odd.
well, let's just say it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
understand why my attempts to enter the city have thus far come to naught. The dubious privilege of residency must be won by a contest with ever-changing rules. You see, this policy has been in place for the past 2 decades, ever since Elmore's current ruler came into power. Yet, from what I've seen, it does more harm than good. Not only does it distract people from our shared struggle against the Sin Eaters, it robs them of their self-sufficiency. I've tried to propose ways that could improve their lot, but my words invariably fall on deaf ears. The attitude is so entrenched. Now I worry that, well, mayhap you should take a turn around Gate Town and judge the situation for yourself. Okay, let's go this way. Pot bubbles over flame, pale chunks Milo, you realize, float in the otherwise plain broth. It's people! The Milo is made out of people! I'm kidding, I have no idea. Okay, where is it? Back over here. Oh, there it is. How did I not see you? Just look at it. Can you imagine a more beautiful city? Yeah. Every day I dream of the life that waits for me inside these walls. Oh, will they ever pick me? Oh, this dude. Still here, are you? Can't blame you for wanting to slice Elmore's pie. If you ask me, you should ditch the sour-faced brat and make a home for yourself here. Gatestown's not much to look at, but at least it's safe, and the meal is the best thing I've ever tasted. It's people. Bet you it's people. It's made out of people. The people they no longer need. Seeing a Gate Town has to offer. These people can no longer fend for themselves. They become dependent on handouts and meal, and believe Elmore is the answer to all their woes. Yet, no matter how I frame my encouragement, you seem unwilling, nay, unable, to conceive of any other way of life. Yep. Cutscene! It's difficult to make a final judgment without first seeing the city's inner workings. Mayhap it is that uncertainty which makes me feel so ill at ease here. Not that it matters, however unjust the system seems to me. If these people claim to be content with their lot, it is hardly my place to criticize their choices. Right. But take that elderly lady you rescued. Does it not seem that those who have chosen to forego Elun's largesse are doomed to suffer for their independence? In the end, they are all but forced to seek refuge in Gate Town, and so hamlets and fields across the isle are left empty, unattended, and hastening the region's descent into ruin. Nah, I'm not convinced that Elmore's generosity truly serves the best interests of Calusia's people. I am not so naive as to think there is some miraculous situation to all of this, yet I cannot help but frown at the sight of hard-working villagers struggling to survive, even as the chosen few rejoice at being plucked from poverty by the hand of a capricious noble. Bleh. Blah, 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 blah. There has to be a better way. I will not know for sure, however, until I have taken those long-delayed steps through Elmore's gates. 'Tis fortunate you have arrived when you did, Metal. I have been working on a scheme to insinuate myself into the city. If all goes to plan, it should soon come to fruition. Yeah, I'm sure it will. There's a beast tribe who makes its home in the seas surrounding the isle. Ondo. They are called, though you and I know them as Sahagan. For the most part, they keep to themselves in their ocean grottos and rarely have dealings with land dwellers. But as Tatros took such great pains to impress me upon me during our stay in Kagune, business favors the bold. So I reached out to them. Surely discovered that Ondo are inordinately fond of land-grown produce, fresh fruits in particular, and when I offered to produce such goods for them, they promised to pay me in pearls. No. Sorry, wife's texting me. Where was I? An attractive business venture for any prospective investor would not agree. Would you not agree? Surely even the most jaded Emirn lord would have time for a merchant who can make pearls from plums and pumpkins. Yeah, of course you don't remember. Yes, I've come a long way since my days of buying samurai swords without first negotiating a price. Backstory on that, there was another NPC main character that had a really nice sword, and instead of negotiating the price, he just paid whatever the shopkeep was asking, which was probably a lot of money. And for the group that they're with, they didn't have all that much. They didn't have that full amount. So he kind of got reamed by the little girl. I forget what their species is called. It's called midgets. No, that's not what she was asking. Not this time. Speaking of which, hold on. I hear it boiling. Give me a second. Oh yeah, I'm back. Eggs are fine. One busted open, so that means they're done. Or cracked. Under pressure. Under pressure. It's due to take place in a few hours. I just need to collect the produce and meet with them on shore. You want me to come in? Sure. What, no head nod? Yeah, that's messed up. First things first, then. We must pay a visit to Moshamau, my supplier in Bright. Come is just northwest of here. Sure, it's just northwest. Spies! That's a good question. Don't know yet. Someone probably spying for the nobles. I think it was a guy. Ooh, nice. Right. And I'm in right. Okay. Hold on a second. There are merchants here, right? Repairs a shop. I wonder. Do they got. Oh, it says local merchant. Oh, they do have gear. I'm just seeing what they've got. Nothing that's improving what I have. Weapons. Nope. Figures. Purchase battlecraft accessories. I don't think I have anything that... No, they don't have anything that improves me. Alright, I tried. What was a cat lady? Something I can do for you, friend. Good day to you, Mashamua. This is my associate Metal. We're here to collect the produce I purchased. Yeah, I loaded your lackey up with the goods not long ago. My lackey? No nuts, this person. Misty old lad. Short blue hair. Hey, look, it's him. No. He said he'd come on your behalf, and since he seemed to know all the details, I just assumed. Confounded, someone must have been eavesdropping on our conversation. The charlatan was here not long ago. He cannot have gone far. We should split up and search the area. Find a vantage point to the south side of town, and I shall take the west. And jump! Big tree looking dude. The hell? Oh, you're gonna interrupt me. Fine. You wanna die so bad. Search the surrounding areas for a male mistil with short blue hair. You may move the camera as well as okay, respect them. Zoom. Hey. This is the only one there. Any sign of him? Yeah, he's right there. It's like, you're right there. You've taken a keen eye. Let's move in before he makes good his escape. You'll find all kinds of people with colored hair in this game. You can't say much. I mean, look how many different hair colors they had in WoW before that crap. Oh, go away, you stupid bird. Be a cutscene. There we go.
There you are. The thief who claims the harvest on my behalf. Hand it over.
Well, forgive me. I have to get into the city. I have no family and all my friends have already been chosen. No one here gives a damn about me. When the meal gets handed out, I'm lucky if I get a smell of it. No matter what I do, they won't call out my name. I'm so tired, I'm so bloody hungry. I thought maybe I could steal your idea, get in that way.
What is your name?
Kai Shear.
Tell me then, Kai Shear, must it be your more or nothing? What of the Christarium? They may not offer charity, but you would be fairly compensated for any work you did.
No, it has to be Yulmore. That's where all my friends are. We made a promise that we'd live together in paradise.
I was to make my deal with the Ondo at the Clave. Listen carefully, and I shall tell you my plans for the business, and how best to arouse the Yulmorans' interest.
You'll give me your place? Just like that?
I'm giving you a chance, nothing more. What comes of it is entirely up to you.
I understand. Oh, thank you, thank you!
Little brat.
This was but one path. There will be others. But for young Kai Shear, it was the difference between life and death.
Yeah.
I do not regret my decision, yet I will admit that a part of me wonders if it was for the best. We strive to bring swift salvation to this world, that countless lives might be saved, not least your own. Even if it came at the cost of one man, should I have forged on regardless? I suppose not. Were Estinian here, he would most likely scoff at my soft-heartedness.
Same old Alfino, ever the slave to sentiment.
But I thank you for your kind words nonetheless. Let us see to it that both these stories have a happy ending.
I'm still
Shall we return to Wright then?
I'm still betting at the meal that they're getting passed out is just people. Is still people. It's just that messed up to work. I still think it's that.
What's that? I can't be sure, but I think someone's in trouble. Come on, they may need our help.
For a second, I thought it was the other dude. Kai Shear. jump in the water? No? Oh, you and your barriers. Of course it's a trap. It's always a trap. It's a trap! Especially when we have something called Venmont Yards. Oh, it's a dock. Alright, never mind. Oh, wait, it's on the other side of it. The fuck? Down. Oh, those. Okay. The fuck? I don't want to do the freaking thing. Oh, haven't seen one of those yet. They just can't let me be in peace, can they? Alright. Let's see this guy's story. Or we'll see what their story is. Kind of the worst of his injuries. Cough, splutter, mercy, mercy, I beg you. Look how fancy he's dressed. Breathe easy, sir. No harm will come to you here. It's poor man is shivering. Pray keep an eye on him while I go get a fire going. Thought for certain I was dead. How am I ever to repay this kindness? We'll settle for the tale behind your current predicament. Why don't you begin by telling us your name? Tristal. I was invited into Elmore to work as an artist. Yolmore. Wealthy couple took me in to paint pictures for them, but when my style proved contrary to their taste, they just as quickly turfed me out onto the street. I was left penniless and patronless, a grave sin in Lord Vothry's city. Within days, they had brought me before the man himself, and he asked me what I meant to do. Dejected as I was, I told him that I wished to leave. Little did I know how soon he would grant me my wish. They flung me over the balustrade into the goddamn ocean. From up there? How you were able to not dash into... How were you not dashed to pieces? Don't ask me. Luck, I suppose. If you hadn't found me when you did, it wouldn't have counted for much. Monstrous, and the citizens condone such barbaric punishment. Oh, without a second thought, Lord Vothry passes judgment. No one so much as blinks, let alone argues. You the frick? One of my kids' phones. In Yulmore, his word is law. Really? Turn the frickin' sound off. Yeah. The more I hear about Yulmore, the more determined I am to see what waits within its walls. Shall I bend all my thoughts towards securing another way into the city? There must be something we can do. But first, we should convey Tristal to the shelter of the village. Fire or no fire, he needs to be out of this chilly coastal air. Away into the city. Yeah, that's what he just said, dude. Were you not? Never mind. Frickin' kids. Don't pay attention to everything going on around them. Man. Yeah, I know. How could you not die from a fall like that? Wait, where are you? Oh, Sage. Oh, that's one of the new classes in this from Endwalker. Sage. I think it's a healing class. So, I won't be playing it. I don't do healing. What the hell? Interesting. Oh, passed it up. Pray accept my deepest gratitude, owe you both my life, and if you'll permit me, I would assist you in your attempt to enter, elude. Honestly, I don't know, Skirmitar. I haven't really studied much on all the different abilities of every class. I've been hearing Blue Mage is OP as heck. But probably like one of the caster ability, like, you know, Black Mage. Hold on. Okay, Frank's. To be frank, the thought of sending my saviors in an awful place makes me sick to the stomach, but since it's plain you've set your minds on it, you should take this. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It must be an Arcanist. I honestly don't know which one would be the best AoE class. Have to look that up. Yomar and the Elite are never satisfied until they get exactly what they want, and if I'm not mistaken, the couple I mentioned will be looking for someone to replace me. If you make a show of owning such a well-used brush, you may be able to convince people you have a talent for painting. Are you certain this is your livelihood? We cannot deprive you of such a treasured possession. Give it gladly after all you've done for me. Besides, I can't. I don't think I have the heart to paint anymore. As to what I'll do instead, I honestly haven't decided, but I shan't stay long in this place, not with that city brooding over me. Nay, I'll move on to new lands and a new profession, and I'll keep you in my prayers from now until dying day. Actually, Keynote, Alphinaud here in the Stormblood expansion, he drew a couple of pictures of two people that we were looking for, and they were extremely detailed, so he's definitely got the artist touch. They say kindness is its own reward, but Tristal has repaid us with a gift as timely as it was unexpected. We will, however, need to act upon his advice before another painter steps in to fill the vacancy. Thankfully, I do have some modest skill with a brush. Nothing approaching that of a true artist, of course, but enough to play the role I would hope. As for you, well, if you don't mind taking a subordinate role, maybe you could pose as my assistant? Sure. I'll have to ditch my sword, won't I? Then it's settled. All we need to do now is return to Gate Town and await the next appearance of those vile jesters. The Harley twins. I mean, I have... See, this is an AoE ability. This one is an AoE ability. This one's an AOE ability. I think I got one. Oh, this one is too. But being how I'm a tank, the only time I actually need them is in the beginning of a fight. I don't know which one. I think that starts out as an Arcanist before you become a Black Mage. But don't quote me on that. Because like I said, you know how I have a warrior job? It starts off as Marauder first until level 50. Then it becomes warrior. So it's, like I said, a lot of these beginning classes, like you got Gladiator, I believe he becomes the Paladin. Gunbreaker stays Gunbreaker. This dude, I can't remember what he becomes. Lancer becomes a Dragoon. Rogue becomes a Ninja. I think anything that comes after Heaven's Ward basically stays as they are. It's like Dark Knight stays as they are, Gunbreaker stays as they are. Conjurer must become Summoner. Scholar is probably the White Mage for all I know. Like, I don't know heals. Because it's kind of like... That goes all the way back to the first game, actually. Because you start off, I think, you got class choices of... Fighter? Fighter, Black Mage, White Mage, Red Mage, Thief, and... Shit, there was another one, it was another melee class. Oh, what was it? Shit, I can't remember. But at one point in the game, you evolve them all into a different class. So they just basically took that concept and brought it into this game. I'm guessing, because this is the only other time I remember seeing it. Because the Black, White, and Red Mage become Wizards as their name, if memory serves. Actually, I think I just saw that it's been 35 years since that game came out. I am freaking old. I'm 41, so... Ladies and gentlemen, your attention once more. What a day it's been for the folks out at our door. We've welcomed the peddler who made pearls from a plum, and now we've a place for a painter album. So come along and don't be slow. It's time to let your colors show. I don't know how to paint. I can paint portraits at least. Landscapes is still... Lifes are so rarely commissioned these days. Oh, I thought I spied some new faces in the crowd. What fortunate that you should feel at ease around an easel. What proof have you of your prowess? Of masterpieces in your person? Sadly not. Everything I paint is soon sold. Such is the life of a working artist. I have only my brush to testify for me, though you will note that it has seen no small amount of service. I love how Harold's just like looking at their hands like, whoa. Like Neo in the first Matrix movie, just looking at his fingers. Whoa. Flux of paint, both old and new. A tool much loved and much used. Not a prop to be conjured on the hop. Very well, come with us and we'll put those talents to test. And who is this hanger-on? Well-wisher or parasite? Why, this is my assistant. He's whose unfailing support allows my art to flourish. I will go with him or not at all. Parasite, then. We shall leave his fate in the hands of your new employer. Matters not a whit to us. And having filled our latest vacant spot, we retired to Elmore's sweet embrace. Oh, mercy me, the meal. We almost took our leave without leaving a loving token. We must empty the sacks or we make our way back. Meanwhile, in the city.
Redemption is beyond us. The lament of all but saints and fools, and the comfort of the lords and ladies of this accursed place. Once they held fast against the madness, only to embrace the coming cataclysm and delight in the end of days.
Oh no, I know why this place looks familiar.
Perhaps in rapture they seek to lose themselves and the misery they share. Or perhaps for them alone, the promise of eternal pleasure really does hold true.
Thaumaturg. Okay. Welcome to the city of final pleasures. Feel free to weep its magnificence. No, not even a single tear. Moving right along then. Our first task is to register you as residents, make it all nice and official. We'll smooth the way, so you just need to put on your happy faces and head through to Joyous Hall. Bureau of Immigration is in the first room on the left side of the passage. Declare your name and occupation in a nice loud voice. The clerks will tell you where to go from there. Oh, and pay no mind to those folks off to the side of the road. Much like the hopefuls in Gate Town, they haven't earned the right to enter the city proper. If, however, you enjoy basking in the envy of your fellow man, then by all means take your time. But why waste another moment? Go and enjoy the beginning of your new life in paradise. I'm going to end up fighting those two in a dungeon, I know it. Bureau of Immigration, was it? I suppose we had better show ourselves willing for the time being. I thought this place looked a little familiar. This is similar to the one city, Limsa Laminsa, which I'll show you that I can show you that once I get properly attuned to the main aetheryte crystal. Glory Gate. Giggity. The Buttress. Damn. Welcome to no more, fortunate lads. May I have your names? I am Alpha Node, an artist, and this is Metal, my assistant. Yes, I was informed of your immediate arrival. We can forego the usual interview and begin processing your registration papers forthwith. Now, the citizens of Yulmore are divided into two classes. There are the free, who are blessed with the favor of Lord Vothry, and the bonded, who work in the employ of the free. Wow, what a shocker. You'll be joining the ranks of the bonded. Your duties are to serve a patron in the capacity for which you were chosen. In your case, painting pretty pictures. Should your patron dismiss you for any reason, you must find another sponsor among the free or accept work as a general laborer. I see. Might you tell us something of the patron we are to serve? The two patrons, actually. Chai Nuz and Dula Chai. Oh, great. A mystical couple whom I must refer to as the Chais. They're both gentle souls, but I would ask that you conduct yourself with respect and humility for your own sake as much as theirs. Now, a moment, please, while I complete the relevant paperwork. Done. All in order. These are your registration documents. Take those papers next door and submit them to the clerk. Once they've been stamped, you will officially be Yulmoran citizens. Enjoy your new life in paradise. paradise! Going to the buttress. Oh, I guess I could have just gone right there. Welcome to Bureau registration papers, please. Oops. What have we here? Alpha known artist, metal artist assistant. To be employed in service of Lord China's and Lady Dula Chai. Yes, everything seems to be in order. She's hereby approved. I think it's the best we deliver you to the Chai residence before. Oh dear. You smell hideous. You crawl through a ditch. It's like an unholy miasma of dust and sweat and the musk of some unwashed beast. May have killed a couple of people. Proceed directly to the distillery next door and scrub yourselves clean. Use whichever showers are free. After you've rinsed away that stench, you will want to splash yourselves with this perfume, Liberali. Once you've made yourself presentable, then you may proceed to the Chai residence. Karenin, the guard by the stairs, will give you directions. What a bitch. Well, you just get used to it after you kill hundreds of thousands of beasts and monsters and things. You just don't even notice. That's one way to interact with it, huh? Hold out your hand. Get yourself clean in the stream of water. Yeah, I don't look any different. Yikes. Okay, hold on. No, I was supposed to splash myself with something else, wasn't I? Where is it? Apply sweet smelling perfume. Oh. Didn't realize I had it on me. It's directed and delicate scent of roses fills the air. Okay. Alright, dude. Showered and dressed already, have you? What are you talking about? I haven't even done anything. There's a stay at home. It's rather exposed for one's. Okay. No matter what, it's all an insult. Very well. Shall endeavor to emulate her boldness then. No matter what I would have said there, it's always it would have just been an insult, so. I like how it's like, you dressed already? It's like, dude, I didn't change. Oh, my wife's on her way home. Well, that was bracing. I believe the lingering smells of the road have been successfully expunged. Shall we come present ourselves to our new patrons then? Sure. Nod. Alright. I just want to get to the main aetheryte crystal and get attuned to it so that way I can... I'll call it there. You're looking to present yourselves to the Chais, are you? Let me explain how the city's laid out then. Imagine 3 layers, one on top of the other. This layer here is called the buttress. Above us is the understory, where the military has its headquarters. And above that, you've got the canopy, which is where the free citizens of Yilmore spend their days. So if you want to find your new patrons, you'll need to climb up until you run out of stairs and then look for the Grand Dame's Parlor. There you'll be in there like as not. Okay, dude. Running. The understory. Aetheryte crystal must be all the way up there. Can I get attuned to this real quick? Or will I get attacked and killed? I'll worry about it later. I need the big one. Skyfront. You didn't say anything about a Skyfront. There it is. Okay. That's what we're gonna do. Ah, are you serious? Fucker. Okay. Maybe I'll get special permission after I get logged in. There they are. The Chais! Yikes.
Lord and Lady Chai, pray forgive our intrusion. I am given to understand you were in search of an artist.
Ah, you must be the new,
Oh, goodness me. What an adorable boy. That silken hair, those pearly cheeks, oh, and you even smell wonderful, like a bed of flowers.
Yikes.
I approve of this one, dearest. I am positive he will paint us the most delightful pictures.
Yes. Well, as long as he paints better than that talentless wretch we sent packing last week.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to Yulmore.
Alfino, if it please you, my lady. And this is my assistant.
With a big, huge ass sword. Nothing inconspicuous about that.
Assistant? I've heard of folk bringing in family members, but this seems a bit irregular. Aren't you a little young to have a protege?
We are family in all but name, my lord. Though we share no blood, we have stood by each other through life's many challenges, resolved to prevail together.
Don't start.
Of all people, 'tis he who best understands my work. With his unique insight guiding my hand, the art I create is sure to satisfy your expectations. Once the picture has begun, of course, I shall have no need of constant encouragement. And so I wondered, rather than him being in your way, might it then be permissible for my assistant to explore the city he has so longed to see? Out of gratitude for his priceless contribution to my art, I thought it only fair that I make this humble request on his behalf.
Oh, did you ever hear of such devotion? Of course your assistant must have his wish. He shall be free to roam to his heart's content. Isn't that right, darling?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course, dearest. Quite right.
Well, someone's got to walk around the city eventually, right? experience a little more, I suggest you make the most of Explorer City top to bottom. In other words, I would start with the canopy and go from there. Try wandering around the market stalls, mayhap. Such places are usually filled with colorful characters, only too eager to share local gossip with a friendly visitor. I'd appreciate it, of course, if you could share any discoveries with me in turn. We should both learn as much as possible about our new place of residence. Right, can I get this frickin' thing now? Ah, you fucking son of a bitch. I hate you. Oh, hello there. Fresh register, are we? You seem a little lost. Yeah, sure. Well, it is lovely to make your acquaintance. And speaking of acquaintances, you wouldn't happen to run into my attendant on your wanderings, would you? Big, strong lad, long hair, tied back. He was escorting me on a shopping errand when I realized I dropped my handkerchief, and now I've been waiting here all alone while he's been off searching for it. Not terribly fond of being alone. If you see him, I would be obliged if you could pass on this message. Forget the silly handkerchief and return to my side at once. Alright. Long hair. I'm in a bit of a hurry because my wife's almost here. And then the dogs are going to start barking. Oh, man, here it is. Oh, I did. Wicked white. That was too close. Thank you, friend. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't come along. I was trying to rescue my lady's handkerchief. You see, the wind must have blown it over the edge, but luckily it caught on something. I thought if I could just stretch out far enough. Yep. I'm going to say this one. She is my entire world. Without her, I am nothing. When I first came to Elmore, I thought only of improving my lot in life. But there was so much more to this city than wealth and plenty. There is no war here, no conflict. The residents will treat each other with warmth and respect. My mistress has been ever so kind to me, and I can think of no other place in Kaluza where I could possibly be happier. A lot of busted up ships down there. Sorry. Must have gotten a bit carried away. I find it hard to stop when I start counting my blessings these days. Please, you should come with me to meet my lady. Once she hears of your deed, you will be witness to her generosity firsthand. Okay, yeah, she told you to forget the handkerchief. What lonely? Curse my clumsy feet, I must return to her immediately. Okay. My attendant told me everything. I'm very grateful you were there to offer your assistance. Oh, my attitude is not unusual, I assure you. Without the efforts of our bonded residents, we free citizens would not enjoy the pleasures of our daily lives. They are deserving of our unending gratitude. May happen in another society, our different standing would be breed prejudice or resentment. Yes, it would. But in Elmore, a most glorious measure is in the place to avert such unpleasantries. Part of that measure requires that the free surrender their fortunes upon resignation. All of our property, financial, intellectual, or otherwise, is given over to the city. In exchange, we are provided with ample funds and commodities to live a life of pampered luxury. Being liberated from the concern of earning coin has almost miraculous effect on people's outlook. There are no rivals to compete against, only fellow residents with whom to enjoy our tranquil existence. Now, if you excuse me, I must see what the markets have to offer as a reward for the return of my handkerchief. Oh, and I've not forgotten you. Of course, your courageous messenger turned rescuer. Well, what? suddenly concerned. All this talk of relying on the bond, and I haven't given a thought as to what your duties might be. I hope you haven't interrupted your work adultly. No, I'm just wandering around. Tour of the city, is it? Then you really must visit the Beehive. It's always buzzing with activity. Local humor. Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, a lady by the name of Tista B, whatever, usually has her seat near the entrance. She will gladly speak with you on any number of topics, assuming you find yourself on her good side. Alright. What level is that? That was... solid. Oh, I know what that is. Legs. Deep go. At least I thought it was. Oh, it was this one. Nope, still all level 70 gear. Okay. Well, I am going to have to call it here because I know everybody's going to be coming home. There's going to be all kinds of noise, and I got to get stuff ready. So, made a good bit of progress. Thanks for hanging out, Skirmitar. It's always good talking to you, dude. Yeah, you're getting sleepy. This thing's delayed, just so you know. By the time I'm seeing your messages, I'm already ahead. But, alright, man. You take it easy. Take care. Have fun.